I tried AI Studio's music video producer so that you don't have to. Let's dive in. Just wanna wish you, I just wanna tell you, I just wanna wish you, I just wanna tell you, happy birthday, yeah. Alright, so here we are seeing AI Studio, and I'm using the music video producer part of this. And as you can see, there's video composer, music video producer. You click on this, you drag and drop your song, it will analyze it, and let me show you what happens. So this is a project that I started last week, and I went from beginning to end, and it was a good couple of hours, and in this video I'm just aiming to kind of summarize what happened. So I dragged and dropped the song, and it analyzed it. The music video director analyzed it, and I got a couple of onboarding questions. What overall visual style will the MV have? And then I had a couple of different options. I chose retro synth pop. What should the story be told across the video? Vignette montage. And then what archetype should the lead performer embody? I said playful, chaotic energy. And then it asked for the aspect ratio, and then I clicked 16:9, and if there's any specifics or any references or anything to avoid, I just hit no addition. So what I liked about it is every single part of a music video production. So if you guys don't know, I do music videos, and because this technology is new, I feel that it needs to be learned by music video producers. And since I'm an AI Studio user as a music producer, I wanted to kind of test out their music video generation, creation side of it. I wanted to know how much creative input do I have, how I can bend it, how does the whole thing work, you know? How different is it from actually working on a music video on set, shooting it, coming up with concepts, yada yada. So the cool thing is that it literally is an easy line from beginning to end. It literally asks for concept, which is what I always do when I do a music video. There's always a concept. What's the concept? Where are we shooting? Who is in it? What do they look like? And then after that we go to a storyboard approach. What's happening when? What's the lyrics when that's happening? What's the shooting style? What's the camera type? All these things. So all these details are put into like this spreadsheet that I used to do when it comes to like music video production. So this is kind of like that. Everything has its own part, and you don't go to the next part until you approve it. So you can make a lot of changes, and as far as credit usage, it's not that much. So like I mentioned, the credit usage is not a lot until you get to the video generation side of it. And by the way, if there's anything that you don't like prior to it, you can change it. You can even change the concept. You can regenerate certain things. You can regenerate storyboards. Even when you have the videos generated, you can change it by referring to its name. So once I answered these onboarding questions, I got this overall creative plan here, and this is what it said. This is basically what it gathered from the song, from the lyrics, and from my input. Then I told it that I was ready. It used some tools here, then it used more tools. It started creating images of the lead character, and then I basically put my image in there, and I wanted to use me as the lead. So it generated an image of my face, and then when I was ready, I said I was ready for the next section. And what happened after that was generating the ideas for the scenes, because we had 3 scene ideas, and this is kind of like the first idea was a neon type of 80s neon pop, retro pop type of feel. So then I went to ready to creating the main character, and as you can see here, it generated multi-angle shots of me. And we have a frontal, side, back, we have a 3/4, we have a half body up, and then we have a face straight. And then down here, as you can see, we have the prompt, and then if we want to edit it, we can upload a picture or pictures, and we can see what we want it to have. Here's the prompts, and here's the regeneration. It's 25 credits, and here we can actually select the model. So we have Nano Banana 2, ChatGPT, Image 2, and Midjourney, and multi-angle. Multi-angle will create multiple angles of the character that you put in. And then you have the ask. So based on this, you can refer to the picture that you generated, and in the right prompting area or text area, you can then write whatever you want to be done with that image that you have generated in the middle. So now before I move on, I wanted to kind of show these sections here. We have about 4 sections, 5. We have the plan area on the upper left, where we have the audio, which is the context, the characters, scenes, script, and shots. And then down here we have the library. It's pretty much the same. We have all images, videos, and audio. We have the middle area, the monitor, and then we have this prompt area, and then we have this chat, kind of like an AI agent on the right side. And down here, obviously, we have the timeline with the color-coded sections, the lyrics, and then the video or the reference images slash storyboard. So I thought a little bit about the static, and I wanted to change it. As you can see over here, I wanted to change the last one, but I didn't like it. See, this was the last one and I didn't like it. I just didn't like the aesthetic, so I changed the aesthetic to a different type of style. As you can see, I changed the vibe, whole MV aesthetic, sunny summer, daytime, and there are all these different tools that it utilized. And I did the same thing with the images. See, I created more of a summery, fun, warm feel. You know, look at that. So then it first created the lead character and the place. Then I went forward. So I like the places. I think as far as concept, I want the main character to sing the song for multiple people. So the idea, the concept I had in my mind is I am going to different birthday parties, singing the song, and each birthday party is kind of more hype. It should be fun, dancey, and singy, because A Studio uses lip sync as well. That's one of their other models that it does after it generates the video. So then here's our concept. Here are the 3 different locations and more or less what they are and what happens. Each party now needs its own birthday celebrant character. That's the next casting step. So here we have the casting director, the AI casting director. Again, we only move on when I say so. So if there's anything I don't want, I don't do it. I don't move forward. Or if there's anything I want to change, I'll change it. Okay, so now, similar thing happens. So first, I got this, and then I had an idea of what if. So here was my other idea. I want the video to be a bit funny and comical. I want the birthday people to have funny masks on, like unicorn, teddy bear. I want them to also have a birthday cake and then blowing out the candles. I want the people who attend the party to do silly things. Now, I know there are a couple things here that I'm not defining. And again, what I've learned is that the more you define it, the better end result you get. So the less I defined it here, the more open-endedness I gave the model or the program. So now it was generating the images, and it's kind of cool because my original video that I did like back in 2020, link in the description, I used Apple's kind of mask function with the selfie and sang the song. That's why I have these unicorns and stuff. I wanted it to be kind of corny on purpose. Okay, look at that. So we have this other celebrant with a teddy bear, and we have this other guy with a whatever bear this is. And then it started creating the people who are at the party just having fun doing random stuff. Now then it remembered that I wanted it to be comical and such, so the whole cast is comical and consistent now. Masks, cakes, and silly guests, antics baked into each party's character doc. So these are going into like a document. Okay, now I wrote this. What if the people hugged, gave each other high fives, emojis came out of their body, all happy and celebratory emojis, someone giving a thumbs up, then a thumbs up emoji comes out of their body. So the idea here was that there's an emoji representation of the emotion that happens. I thought that would be so cool, like blowing a kiss, a kissy emoji comes out. All these things would be very difficult to do with a real shot. I mean, you'd have to apply some sort of effects and things like that. I mean, it's doable, but here I'm curious how these things will look. Okay, so as you can see, it's taking note of everything and it's going into the overall plan. So let's go on. And again, it asks ready to move into the detailed shot script and cut layout. And I said yes, so we moved on. And then it gave me this list. So the shot script is complete, 19 shot docs covering the full song from beginning to end basically. And here this says what's happening where basically. And again, it asked if I'm ready, then let's do it. So this basically asks for my consent to go to the next stage. And then here is the choreography. That's stage 7, choreography. In case there's dancing and things like that, this is where that happens. And again, the choreography stage, this is what I got from the choreography stage. It basically adds more description on what's happening at what section of the song. And it also names these sections, like you can see here, verse 1 and 1-1, 1-2, 1 pre-chorus 1-1, pre-chorus 1, pre-chorus 1-1 and chorus 1-1. Okay, so let's move on. Then we have storyboards, and there are, let me show you, because it was generating it by waves. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there were all 5 landed. Okay. I think there were 3 waves, and look at that. So this has 2 shots. This has 4 shots, and it's pretty fun. Like you can see that there's dancing and things like that. That's supposed to be me dancing, sun shots. Okay, so here I had another idea. I didn't want to approve it, but see, it asked, I need your explicit approval before starting video generation. Again, until you are happy with what you're seeing, you don't move on. So it's not going to be automatically generating everything for you. So then I had an idea, and the idea was that in the intro I wanted to be alone and sing the song or do the hums and stuff. And then the other idea was that the pre-choruses, I wanted to add doves flying, and during the bridge the main character turns into animation and slowly everyone becomes animated. So I wanted this kind of morphing effect. This person gives a mask to the main character turns into animation, and then they are all animated. So I was curious to see how I can do this shifting. Okay, then it generated, look at that. So this was the storyboard for the bridge. There's the main character turning, but I wanted this differently. Look at that. It gave me a mask, then animation, and then here's another morphing, turning animation, and there is the thumbs up. And there's some more fun stuff over here, and then me taking off the character that portrays me taking off the unicorn mask. So then I said I want the person with a panda mask on to give me a unicorn mask that will be put on later on. So then it's adding these. Look at that, it's right here. Then I added this direction. I want the mask to be worn from the breakdown onwards. Then last shot is the mask being taken off by the main character. I've made some spelling errors, but the more pinpointed you are, the more specific you are. And I've made the mistakes here in terms of not being too specific. But the more specific you are, the better the results tend to be. So here I have more dancing, flashiness. Look at that, and I wanted them to dance also because there was a freeze frame. And again, I added more things here. I like the very ending. I want the second half of the outro to be epic, wide angle, drone shot, dancing, and animated. So it was partially animated. And see, it created, like, based on what I said, it created an ending arc. Freeze frame with the mask. Quiet unmasking, then it opens up into big joyful aerial reveal of everyone dancing before and fade. Interesting. So I had to say approve again. Storyboards approved, moving into video generation. So here I had a bit of a roadblock because for some reason it wouldn't do it, but then it did it. So took me a bit of a time. I got this failed message multiple times, but then it did it in waves. So as you can see here, there is the first wave of 10 shots, so wave 1, and then we had a wave 2, wave 3. I think we had 3 waves on this. So you can basically look at each wave, and if you're unhappy with what it looks like, you can just stop it there and then rework certain things and then move on from there onward. So I did so the next thing once it was done is that it went into lip syncing. So it generates the video, places them on the timeline, and then lip syncs it. Then I did prompt some changes. So I first selected the tracks, but I realized that I have to give the name to it. So I used the name like outro 1 / or whatever it's called, 1A. It needs to have motion. See, this is what I said, like dancing and things like that, because it was basically frozen. And same thing here, I added the name of the clip and what change I wanted, and then it regenerated, but I had to say regenerated or generated. Same thing here, and then basically this is it, and that's a good couple of hours. So what I would recommend, ideate first on what you want the video to look like. The more you know, the less credits you're going to be using. And if you're unhappy with anything that you have in each stage, just redo it, because once you are in video generation, then the video generations are gonna cost more credits. Let's go into that very quick. So here are the credit usages. So image generation about 15 credits, video generation 544, video generation 1020, and I think that's a batch of them. Lip syncing is 325. So it was, I think, about 10,000 credits or something like that, 15,000 to do this. See, there's a lot of lip syncing, video generation here, lip syncing. Let's see if I find the video. See, the video generation, I mean, the image generation is only 15 credits, but the video generation is significantly more. So the more you know what you want and the more you're happy with each stage, the better the end result can be. So now let's go back and check out this thing. So now let's check out that full video. And let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Would you use it? Do you think this is expensive? Do you think this is not expensive? Do you think that using AI for video is good, bad? Tell me your absolute opinion. Please, I'm very curious.
Movies, maybe sex, drinking on the floor, emails in the Mac, emojis via text, doves in the air bringing you my thoughts. My simple wish is all I have.
From a perspective of a videographer and artists, having content is necessary, and video production can be pretty costly because it involves a lot of steps. It involves going to a lot of places, shooting, editing. It can take days to weeks to have the whole thing ready. And I've done music videos where it literally took 3 months to do it, and the budget for a simple music video to like a more story-driven music video can be anywhere between $500-600, $1,000 to like thousands and thousands, tens of thousands more. So AI can help definitely with ideation, having content, mocking up an idea or a concept, or just getting started, because not everybody can afford to have it. But if you can get started and have something, then maybe down the line you can actually be at a place where you can hire a whole crew, and this can become part of that growth of you as an artist. So again, let me know what your thoughts are, what you think about this whole thing. And all right, thank you so much for watching. The best thing you can do is watch the whole thing, like, share, subscribe, comment, and there are links in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. So here's some of my thoughts on this platform. It's pretty interesting to have one place where I can not only work on music, but I can also work on a music video, whether or not it's a concept or it's fully finished or generated, or whatever the end goal is for that piece of video. I think it makes sense how the workflow is kind of done here. That's how I would do it as a director, shooter, editor. That's how I would do it. There are a couple of things that I wish it had, like maybe beat mapping, maybe saying that I want cut every quarter notes, things like that. But these are some of the things that I think I would love to see in it. I like how it's organized, that there's different places for different parts. I would like to have more models included in the video generations. I'd like to be able to add shot styles like movement, but that's my internal videographer thinking. Like, I'd like to maybe drag and drop or select, like I want an orbit shot, I want a slow-mo shot, I want a push in, pull out, or things like that, or a drone shot, things like that. And also certain shots are better generated with a different model. Not every type of scene is best in one specific model, so a multi-model system would be great. Though I have to say that the way this lays it out, puts it on a timeline, things like that, is pretty convenient. Yeah, these are some of my initial thoughts. I will do a couple more music videos here. I will explore this platform and music video function a lot more in the future, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.